So Admiral Mark Fox, nearly 40 years in the Navy, including his service as Commander of U.S. Naval Forces Central Command, joins us now. It's very good to have you with us, Admiral Fox. Thank you for joining us today. What's your reaction when you hear the, thank you, sir, when you hear the back and forth and the heat in that hearing today? What goes through your mind, sir?
Well, I think the best way to look at this is in the context of the fact that the Iranians have been at war with us since 1979. And we are in the end game of closing out that war on our terms. And so I think it's really important to put it in a broader context. We didn't necessarily feel like we were at war with the Iranians, but the Iranians were definitely at war with us. They blew up the Marine barracks. They captured our embassy. They held Americans hostage. They blew up Khobar towers, explosively formed penetrators in Iraq. Those were not improvised. Those were very highly machined. So close to 1,000 Americans have died at the hands of the Iranians. And so this is an opportunity, a generational opportunity, as I see it, to be able to close this conflict that they have inflicted on us on our terms.
Does that require this regime to be gone and a truly new leadership to come into place in Iran?
Yeah, I can't see how any of the existing regime could stay in power. But remember this, Martha. At the end of the Cold War, we were all surprised when the Soviet Union collapsed of its own corrupt weight. We were surprised when the Bashar al-Assad regime collapsed in Syria. So I think this is one of those things you can't necessarily put a timetable to it, but you can definitely anticipate this is a corrupt, this is a malicious regime. They've killed thousands of their own people. That's right. And so this is a generational opportunity for us to be able to end this conflict on our terms and give the Iranian people hope for the future.
Well said. Let me just show you this quote from the Wall Street Journal today, reporting that was done about President Trump telling aides to prepare for an extended blockade. And this is what the Journal is reporting. In recent meetings, including a Monday discussion in the Situation Room, President Trump opted to continue squeezing Iran's economy and oil exports by preventing shipping to and from their ports. This is, I think, the operative sentence. He assessed that his other options, resume bombing or walk away from the conflict, carried more risk than maintaining the blockade, officials said. Now, we don't have the president's reaction to this specific reporting, but if that is true, that he wants to focus on extending the blockade and not finishing the bombing that I guess is still on the list of targets, what is your response to that? Do you think that's the right move?
Well, time is on our side here. You negotiate with this regime when your knee is on their chest and your knife is at their throat. And we have our foot on their oil windpipe by putting this blockade in place. So the Iranians are irrational by our terms, this regime. And so I think it's important for us to maintain this pressure, and we are the ones who have the cards here, not the Iranians.
I just want to quickly play this from General Keane, General Jack Keane. Watch this, and then I'd love to get your reaction before we go, sir.
Blockade was phase one, and obviously it is working. Phase two is opening up the straits itself. I think we do that, but we actually go back to combat operations and then open up the straits. That is the better path here, and finish what we said we were going to do from the outset.
So General Keane and others have said that the CENTCOM commander, Brad Cooper, still has targets on the list that he presented to the White House that have not been hit yet. Do you think we need to resume those combat operations and finish that list or not?
Well, I think that we need to use every bit of leverage that we can to bring the Iranians to a diplomatic solution if they'll take it. And if they don't, we have not hit their their power generation, the dual use things that are used by both the regime and by civilians. We have not gone after their telecommunications. There are a number of targets that we have avoided intentionally to try to create an opportunity for the Iranians to make a wise decision. If they choose not to, then we certainly are capable of adding those targets to the list.
Yeah, it would be great for them to get their internet service back as well. So we'll see where this goes. Admiral, thank you very much. It's great to have you here today. Thank you, sir. Admiral Mark
Glad to
Fox.
be with you, Martha. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you, sir.